Hello beautiful world, Isabella here. Welcome in the love video today, the place where we are sharing a beautiful, transformational, life-changing messages from all over the world to every single of you out there all over the world. Thank you so much for being with me today, and the love video today is going to touch on the topic which is very dear to my heart, and I'm sharing because I know how much it changed my life, and I know how much it changed many of my clients and friends' lives. So I'm hoping it may change also your life. The topic is about, let me say the quote, almost everything can change when you unplug it from the world, including yourself. The quote by Lamott, I hope I'm saying her name correctly. The quote by Lamott, almost everything will work again if you unplug it for just a few minutes, including yourself. One more time, the quote is by Lamott saying, almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including yourself. What I mean by that is, and what she meant, is something what we really have hardship doing in the world right now. We are meant, and not meant, we are wired to hustle. We are wired to work, go. We don't stop. We live in the society where we don't even eat while seated. We don't eat at home. We don't eat in a peace. We don't have even 10 minutes to eat quietly. We are on the go. We grab from the drive-thru. We eat while texting, while talking, while driving, while doing 5 million other things during basically the same time. And we don't even know how we got from point A to point B. This is how rushing and how rushy and how go-getting, hustling our life is. So what Anne meant by this is that everything in your life can work the way you want, only if you unplug it for just a few minutes. If you unplug yourself, literally get that cord away from the power supply source, unplug it, and just for a few minutes, just so you basically recharge. Then anything can work in your life if you just unplug it for just a few minutes, including yourself. So what I'm about to share with you today is about those moments in the day, those moments which I like to call your daily routines, which I like to call daily rituals, me times, me moments, anything, whatever you like to call it. It could be anything related to that unplugging, break, reset, recharge moment. To that moment when you unplug yourself from the external world. How is that possible? There are so many things you could do that. Like so-called, I call it self-care practices. So again, to not mix things up, unplugging from the world, resetting, recharging, me time, me moment, time for yourself, it is related to taking care of yourself. And I talked about self-care in my Facebook live video, which I put the link below this video in show notes, and I'm not going to repeat because I don't want this video to be long. But I literally divided self-care and categorized and defined self-care as 4 layers of taking care of yourself. Because self requires being taken care of through 4 different layers. It's not only physical, which most of us think it is, but most importantly, it's spiritual, mental, and emotional layer, which needs to be taken care of. How? I'm going to share more tips, rituals, examples and ideas for you in the Thursday with Beautiful series video where we are coaching on the topic. Today I just want to encourage you to give yourself a little tiny moment in a day. It could be in the morning, it could be in the evening, it could be any moment, whenever it's most comfortable for you, whenever you are able to take little break. And by little break I mean literally 2-3 minutes, where you can unplug yourself from the work, unplug yourself from the phone, unplug yourself from the requirements and requests from external worlds, unplug yourself from that moment you are at, unplug yourself from the rush, from the stress of daily routines, just for those few minutes. So that way you can give yourself those little few minutes of self-care. And when you do that, I would like to invite you to literally do nothing. And when I wrote that in my blog, which also link I posted in the show notes below this video, that one of the most transformational ritual or routine I incorporated in my daily activities was stepping back, stepping away from my activities, from my work, or having that little break in between clients and getting that unplugging moment where I literally did nothing. And you know what? Many comments came out. Isabella, I am so glad to hear that doing nothing is one of the most beneficial part of your routine, because I found this also very beneficial to me. And I was like, wow, so stoked, because it works. But you know what is the hidden tip? What is the thing in there? What is the not problem but difficulties in this part is that doing nothing, most of us don't know how to do. We know how to rush, we know how to get busy, we know how to multitask, even though multitasking doesn't exist really, biologically speaking. But we do know how to do all those things, but we don't know how to do nothing. And once you actually do something like nothing, then you realize how powerful, charging, and transformational that can be. So by unplugging, I really would like you to literally, like that monitor, computer, phone, whatever it's plugged in this power source is getting unplugged, the monitor shuts down, the TV shuts down, whatever it is. Basically that machine, mechanism, that equipment shuts down, right? Doesn't work, does nothing, right? Doesn't operate. The same I would like you to do. Literally take out your internal cord, unplug it from the moment where you are at, and just do nothing. Obviously, it will be hard to do nothing sitting at the office in front of other people, right? Where everyone is working and you just sit and gaze at the ceiling and do nothing, because you may get into trouble. So in order to do that, I probably would more encourage you to step away somewhere, to the place where you won't be judged, when you won't be disturbed, where you will be feeling comfortable by just gazing into the space without doing anything. It could be bathroom, it could be a park outside of your job, workplace. It could be, greenhouse. Some of the corporate jobs, they have greenhouses. It could be anything. It might be even more beneficial to do it in not a rush hours where everyone goes for a lunch, rather afterwards. Why don't you take a lunch hour or break later on? Not when everyone has it, just later on, half an hour later, when everyone is back in the office, and then you can go back there to the empty greenhouse and have your 5 minutes of unplugging. I don't want to talk more about this because I really have a lot of super cool ideas for you, super cool ideas how to take care of yourself, how to incorporate routines and rituals in your daily life, because I've been doing them and I've been practicing them by myself, as well as working on incorporating them in my clients' lives. and I am going to give you really bunch of these things, really ton of it. But today all I want you to do is unplug yourself. Unplug yourself, even if it's at home, at work, in between your clients, whenever it is. Unplug yourself, go sit somewhere and simply do nothing. Simply tell yourself, I don't want to think about anything right now. Let me just be. Let me just breathe. Let me just be. Let me just get the breather and rest and recharge it. Rebreathe myself, reoxygenate myself, in other words. That would probably give you a very nice kind of feeling. It is short, but it is so changing that it's magical, because many things and practices we are doing, they require little work, they require some planning, they require some maybe little thorough work, maybe they require journaling, they require this, that, and this and that, and we always find excuses because we cannot, because we don't have time, we cannot do that, This one, there is no excuse. You all need to go to bathroom from time to time, right? So you need to step away from that desk. Why don't you use those 2, 3, 4 minutes extra to get breather, to unplug it, to unplug yourself from the world, and just do nothing. I really invite you to do that. I invite you because I know how this is beneficial. I invite you to do that because I know how life-changing is this, how mentally changing, emotionally changing, spiritually changing, and physically changing is this, and how beneficial this one particular routine or ritual can be to your self-care. And that could be one of the most important, probably, practice into your self-care, which you could add today into really your daily routines. Start with that. And it's totally for free. You don't need to invest any time, really much at least. You don't need to invest any money. You don't need to invest anything, because what you are just about going to do is doing nothing. Just take 2, 3, 4 minutes of your time, which is almost nothing compared to 24 hours of a day, right? So one more time, almost everything will work again if you unplug it from or for a few minutes. Unplug it from the world for a few minutes, including yourself. And try it, share with me. I would love to hear your experiences on that aspect, because it's really magical and it's really life-changing. Whatever I can, I would tell you more, because it is really life-changing, but you won't believe me unless you do it. So just go today and do it. Don't wait any minute. Just do it, because it is really cool. And share with me, share below in the comments, share on my social media platforms, in the comments, and I would love to really hear. You can even hit me up personally, writing email, which is also provided below in show notes. I love hearing those stories, because they are really inspirational. And the more stories like that from you can change others' lives. And remember, my goal is to change at least the life of one person a day, including you. So go out there, share that information with others, try it out, and subscribe to my channel, because we are about to share more of those short, small, little, beautiful, tiny, silly tools, so you can incorporate them and make your life worth living, make your life way more happy and exciting to get up every morning and go for it with a day, with a smile on your face. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful afternoon. Have a wonderful evening, wherever you are watching from. And I hope you have a great day. And I see you in the next Thursday with Beautiful episode series. Remember, I'm going to share more specific examples of self-care and rituals and routines for you, so you could use them in your daily routines as well. But for now, go and unplug yourself. Remember, you matter, you are loved, and you are loved. Go unplug yourself and take care of your beautiful self. Thank you so much and have a great, great, great day. Love you all.